Today I'm going to teach you how to buy the best silver bullion coins to maximize your investment. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you click this video, it's because you want to learn how to buy the best silver bullion coins in order to maximize your investment. The problem with silver, and when it comes to silver coins, is that there is just so many to choose from. You can choose semi-numismatic, numismatic coins. You could be buying silver bullion rounds. You could buy silver bars. So what is it that you actually should be buying in order to maximize your investment? And one of those things that I do is I typically am always buying the semi-numismatic stuff. The stuff that's 3 nines and 4 nines fine, collectible, and have limited mintages. These are all things that I am looking for when it comes to buying specifically to flip for a profit. This could be both for short-term or long-term investment purposes. In fact, a lot of the coins that I purchase do very well when I resell them, both for the short-term and long-term plays. But in order to pick these things, there's 4 things that I look at in order to pick the winners from the losers. And I'm going to share those tips with you today. Now, I've said many times on this channel, one of the things that you should be looking for is if the coin is in a series. This is, again, something that I cannot stress to you enough. Usually one-off coins, they can do fairly well, but typically coins that happen to be in a series do the best. And that's why I stack a lot of Marvel coins, DC coins, pirate coins, things that come in a series. And the reason for this is because you have to think about the people that are getting into the hobby. Oftentimes, people are getting into the hobby years after a series has already started, and they're going to collect these series, and they're going to get in at a time when there's like the 4th or the 5th release, something that they're interested in, and they're going to see that they missed out on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd coin in that series. And typically when they go back to buy those coins, the prices have already skyrocketed because those coins are no longer being minted. So I'm going to share with you some examples. One example has to be the Spider-Man coin. When you go on the secondary market, this coin is selling anywhere between $150 to $200, $210 per Spider-Man coin. There's 50,000 of these coins. There's 9 in the series, but because this one is the first, it's the oldest, it is a very popular character, people want this coin and they are paying heavy premiums for it. This coin released in the mid $20 to upper $20 range. It was a 2017 coin, and again, because this is the first in the series, it is doing very, very well. Opposite Spider-Man is the Batman coin. Now, this coin was recently released in 2021, and what makes this so popular, obviously, is because it's Batman, and it is a DC character. People love DC also. Marvel tends to be a bit more popular, but DC is also very popular, and people would argue that Batman is by far one of the most popular comic characters of all time. Now, what makes this coin so special in comparison with the Spider-Man coin, this coin only has a 15,000 mintage. That is far less than 50,000 for Spider-Man. Now, this coin you can still purchase on eBay for anywhere between $80 to $90. But as time passes and as more coins in the series for this particular series, this is the Justice League series, as more coins come out in this series, this is going to increase in value. Now, another very popular series is also The Simpsons. Now, this coin here is Homer Simpson, first in the series. Very, very popular. This coin, because it was the first in the series, I bought a whole bunch of them, and this coin also does very well, goes for upwards of $70 to $80, and this was initially released for $30, $35. Another couple quick examples before I move on to the second thing that you should be looking for when it comes to buying the best silver bullion coins is the Zeus coin, and we got the Queen Anne's Revenge right here. Zeus was released in 2020. It's the first in the series of 6. And the Queen Anne's Revenge is the first in the series, but we do not know how many are going to be in this series. They've released 4. But these are beautiful coins, different than comic book characters, but also just beautiful coins to say the least. They have a different type of design than the other 2 comic coins that I just showed you, or the 3 comic coins I just showed you. But these are very, very popular. But what makes these so popular brings me to the second thing on my list, and that is the mintage. You need to look at the mintages of these coins before you buy them. If the coin has a very limited mintage, the scarcity is going to drive up the value. So for a lot of the coins that I just showed you, being the first in the series, they also have a very limited mintage. So a coin like the Queen Anne's Revenge, this has a mintage of 15,000. This coin right here, the Zeus coin, this has a mintage of only 13,500. Brings me to that Batman coin that I was talking to about a moment ago, 15,000. You've got the Spider-Man coin, which is the first in the series, has 50,000. So you get what I'm saying here. Limited mintages drives up the scarcity. The scarcity drives up the value when it comes to the secondary markets. Another popular series that I like to buy a lot of coins for happened to be Star Wars. However, what's working against this series is that their quote-unquote limited mintages are actually not that limited. For example, this is Darth Vader. I mean, you should know that. Darth Vader, this was the first in the series, but the mintage for this coin is 250,000. 250,000 of these coins have been minted. Now, the values of these are reflected on eBay. They're going for around $40, give or take, maybe 45. And that's because of the high number that were actually minted. The Stormtrooper coin, I think it's something like around 100,000 or 200,000. I can't remember the exact numbers, but the point is, even though this is the first in the series, because it's got a high mintage, this coin doesn't have as much of a premium on it than those other coins that I showed you. Which brings me to the third thing that I look for. I look for the premiums on the coin when they're initially being sold compared to the spot price. So for example, recently, spot price was around $20 per ounce. And this coin here, the Rising Sun, the fourth in the series for the Black Flag, this was released for around $31 per coin. To me, $11 spread from the spot price to the price of the coin was worth it. Because of the limited mintage of 15,000, to me it made sense to buy that coin, and I bought many of them. But this brings me to the fourth thing that I want to talk about when it comes to buying the best silver bullion coins is the design. Now, here's an example of a silver round that I purchased a lot of, and this is the Achilles shield. Now, and it's not a coin, it's a round. You can see here it's concave, it's a stacker round, and I believe these are minted out of South Korea. I could be incorrect on that one, but I'm pretty sure these are out of South Korea. Anyway, beautiful design here. These rounds were released at around $65 per, which brings it to around $32.50 per ounce, compared to the spot price being around $22 when these were released. And so for me, being that this is 2 ounces, it's unique and has a ton of beauty, that made me decide to buy a bunch of these rounds. These are now selling for upwards of $90 on eBay. So buying those at $65, you're looking at a $25 increase on these particular rounds. So for that reason, I look at the design, which brings me to the bonus tip. Make sure when you are buying a coin that you're looking to invest in and you're looking to buy and sell down the road for a profit, you want to make sure that you are buying the first in the series. You want to make sure that you are paying attention that it has a very limited mintage, but you want to make sure that you are paying attention to the subject matter of the particular coin. You have to keep in mind the audience. So the coins that I like to buy a lot of are the coins that have such a broad appeal. Coins like the Marvel coins, Star Wars coins, DC, Justice League coins, the Simpsons, the pirate ships, things like that that have a broad appeal to the most amount of people. That is what you have to pay attention to. And another bonus tip is to buy many of that particular coin. All right, you want to buy maybe a tube, if not 2 tubes. Tubes are typically 20 coins, give or take. So when I'm buying first in the series, I'm buying either 1 or 2 tubes. This again is the Bugs Bunny one. And even if it's something that's not first in the series but is very, very popular, I will buy a tube or 2 for that particular coin because I know over time it's going to just increase in value. Let me know, what do you think? Do you agree, disagree with the tips that I provided you? Let me know in the comments down below. And I would like to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't already become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, this is Empire Precious Metals. Until next time, long live the Empire.